Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, weatherweb.net, and it's Wednesday the 10th of December. Thanks again for watching. The big day gets ever closer, doesn't it? And it's been Christmas-like conditions across Scotland today, particularly central areas where we've had frequent heavy snow showers, bringing blizzard-like conditions at times, and severe gales as well. Of course, the weather bomb has been north of Scotland. Deep area low pressure, sub 960. How often does that happen in December? Well, lots of times actually. I really must stop being so sarcastic about it, hadn't I? But talking of Christmas, we're getting close to the deadline for the posting of my Weatherwise DVD and book. So if you want to order for Christmas, it's the ideal Christmas present for yourself or for someone you know with an interest in weather. I've got my Weatherwise DVD, which is this. It lasts for 2 hours. It contains lots of little videos of about 5 minutes long, which detail things like air masses, fronts, high and low pressure, shows you clouds and what they mean. And then my pocket weather forecaster book, which runs to just under 90 pages. It's in full colour and it explains the clouds, it shows you pictures of clouds and identifies them and tells you what weather you can expect. So it's a real easy to read coffee table kind of book. Ideal Christmas present again for yourself or anybody who's interested in the weather. Just go to the website and you can view samples of those and order them online as well. Now, the main focus for forecasts for the next few hours is on Friday, particularly overnight Thursday into Friday. This is 500 millibar from the Euro 4 model for the Met Office, which is at weatheronline.co.uk. And notice here, look, we've got this flow, this cold northerly flow coming down to the northern parts of the UK. Warmer temperatures across the south from this west-southwesterly flow. That's the chart for Thursday into Friday at midnight. Notice how by 6 o'clock on Friday morning, look, this cold air penetrating south. We've got a rain band in here as well. And at 850 millibars, you see here at midnight Thursday into Friday, a warmer area of air. That's the 0 degree contour there, just moving across Wales. Here's the -5 running through here, very close to the back of that rain system as it moves eastwards. And then by 3 o'clock Friday morning, look, there's that warm tongue of air gone through. But here's the -5 already cutting in. And then by 6 o'clock in the morning, that cold air heading its way south and east, although the warmer air getting slowed up across the south and east of the country, but some really cold air coming into the back. Now, that's very interesting to see on its own, isn't it? But that cooling process is taking place above a developing area of low pressure. The isobars here for midnight on Thursday into Friday, putting the low pressure across North Wales. The blue colours showing us where there's likely to be rain. The pink colours, snow. Notice the rain turns to snow across Central Ireland and across the Pennines there. And then by 6 o'clock on Friday morning, the rain cleared away down to the south. But it's this hangback here that I'm interested in. Look, that area there is an occluded front on the back of the area of low pressure out towards the east. And it's just possible that parts of North Wales, parts of northern England could see a covering of snow, even down at low levels from that system as it moves through and become icy, very icy by the rush hour on Friday morning. Incidentally, look at that snow again, getting into western Scotland and the high ground of Northern and Western Ireland as those northerlies kick in. And the GFS telling a similar picture as well. This is the GFS up till 6 o'clock on Friday morning. And again, look, puts the low out here towards the east, a little bit further north and west with the centre of that low at that time. But you see there the pink colours look indicate across northern England, rain elsewhere, but trying to put a focus in for snow across the Pennines, also there across southern and eastern Ireland and across western Scotland, western and northern parts of Ireland. Now, there is some uncertainty over the exact positioning of the low, over where rain and snow will be, but certainly the focus needs to be that North Wales running up to southern Scotland area across the whole of northern England for the potential for snow. And as that rain band clears away, my concern is things turning very icy as it clears during the rush hour on Friday morning. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that throughout here at weatherweb.net. The 7 to 10 day means of the 500 millibar flow looking like this. ECMWF on the left, GFS on the right. ECMWF really keeps the stronger jet across us. GFS tending to break the jet a little bit as it comes through the UK, making more of this ridge feature in the Atlantic, but generally both are very similar. This is the 7 to 10 day mean of the flow from next Wednesday through to Saturday the 20th. So the cool mixed conditions continue, but with that ridge building in down to the south, it does kind of hint that the flow may be turned a little bit more west or even west-southwesterly, perhaps starting to introduce slightly less cool conditions across the country, although still quite unsettled and windy. And that does fall in line with our longer range forecasts of temperatures becoming a little bit milder in that week prior to Christmas. Now, interesting developments at stratosphere level as well. This is the 10 millibar chart. Notice there the yellow and orange colours developing across the Pacific. Well, just look what happens in 10 days' time. A more notable area of warming occurs. Now, this isn't to say it's going to go very cold, but what that would lead to in 10 days, working on the 20th of December, generally we find it's around 10 to 14 days, well, typically between 14 and 21 days actually, that we get colder weather setting into the Northern Hemisphere once we get a warming event taking place. So this would actually take us to the end of the year. So we're going to the very back end of December into the early part of the new year for seeing a dip in temperature. And you may remember that's what we went for on the long ranges. So starting to get some backup here from the stratosphere for our long ranges. Something else I was just meandering through today was just looking back at some previous years, doing some comparisons. This is quite an interesting one. This is the mean 500 millibar flow anomaly, for temperature anomaly, height anomaly even, from the 1st of December 1964 to the 7th of December 1964. Just take a look at that and take a look at the 7 days of this year. And there are some similarities there, look, with this trough feature extending across northeastern parts of Canada, across Greenland, down through the UK and into Europe, with higher than normal highs out towards the west. Now, that's how our mean temperature has looked so far in December, plus the 7-day forecast. This is up to the 17th of December, and given that, yes, there'll be some mild conditions around, perhaps pre-Christmas, then going colder at the end of the month, that may well be how we end up. Now, interesting to note that in 1964, that's how December looked. Temperatures around 0.5 degree to 1.5 degrees below normal across many parts of the country. So, similarities there you can see between this year and 1964. So, what happened then through January 64? Well, that's how January 65 shaped up. Look, quite a cold month across northern England, across Scotland, down through Wales and into the southwest of England, as well as across Northern Ireland. Temperatures around 0 to 1.5 degrees below normal, and rainfall ended up around normal too, just a little bit higher than normal out in the west. Now for February 65, we saw temperatures like that, cold across the southern part of the country, but milder look than normal across northern and eastern Scotland. Temperatures 0.5 to 1.5 degrees above normal there, but down in the far southwest, 1.5 to 2.5 degrees below, and rainfall was exceptionally low, particularly out in the west, with less than 20% of normal rainfall across many western parts of Northern Ireland, across parts of Wales and across the southwest of England. Nearer normal rainfall, though, down these eastern coasts of the country. Now, of course, past performance is no indication of future conditions, but it is interesting just to do the contrasts between these. I'm a firm believer that the atmosphere does retain itself in these sort of cycles. So, there is a knock-on effect when the atmosphere has been in a similar position to what happens in the future. It isn't just a purely chaotic system. There is some method in the cycles that take place within the atmosphere. So it'll just be interesting, won't it, to see what happens and to monitor how close we are to December 64 and to see what happened then through the early part of the winter of 65. Anyway, I'll leave you with that for now, but thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Whatever you're doing, have a great day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.